Prasad sir.
Sir.
Can we start already 10:10 it is? And
yes, sir. Yes, sir. We'll start, sir.
Only remaining people will add. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Are going to add within a couple of minutes, but we can start the inaugural session, and after that they will join the remaining session.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Yeah. So, good morning, all the participants. Good morning, Principal Sir, HODs, Dean, Academics and Administration. Good morning, all, and we welcome you all to this online inauguration of a two-day workshop on Write Research Article using Latex. This is Dr. D.V.S.S.S.V. Prasad, Professor of Mechanical Engineering, along with Dr. Rahul Bharati, Associate Professor of Mechanical Engineering, coordinators of this workshop, welcomes you all. What you become depends on what you know, which again depends on what you learn, is ultimately a function of what you are taught. And who is a bigger teacher than experience? At Aditya Educational Institutions, we take pride in our sprawling 3 decades of pedagogical experience. As year after year, we have produced great learners who went on to become outstanding individuals, to leave a mark of excellence in their respective domains. Our focus is not just learning, but the process of learning for learning is a phase which begins and gradually blooms into a beautiful flower. And hence, every stage of this metamorphosis requires intense care, sincerity, and dedication. And rightly so, to address this journey of educational evolution, we have courses and academics from KG to PG. Be it our schools or colleges, our style of teaching knows no discrimination as we impart knowledge and wisdom just the way it is expected of us. Sharing the sublime ideas from academicians of distinguished caliber and lofty thoughts from cream of intelligence in all streams of educational horizon, with an exclusive intention to promote high standards in educational field. Aditya Academy was established in the year 1984 for enriching the knowledge of budding youth with innovative methodology and to equip them with competitive skills to face the future challenges. Aditya Educational Group, located in the coastal region of Andhra Pradesh, is now with 60 institutes, more than 150 programs, 6,000 staff members, 60,000 happy national and international students. This is the profile of our group, which was founded by Dr. N. Sesha Reddy Garu as chairman, Dr. N. Satish Reddy Garu as vice chairman of the group. Further, there is overwhelming response across pan-India, and more than 650 participants are registered for this workshop, who are from all the states of United India, and we thank each and everyone for registering to this online workshop. And again, we welcome you all. Thank you. Now, I request Dr. YKS Subbarao Garu, the convener of the workshop, to address online gathering. Sir.
Good morning. I am Dr. YKS Subbarao, head of the department, Mechanical Engineering, and convener of this workshop. I thank all the participants for registering to this workshop. Department of Mechanical Engineering was established in the year 2001, and the students are being driven by the faculty members in academics. Further, students are being placed in various companies. Department of Mechanical Engineering is pioneering successfully to meet the trend and requirements of the industry. This today online workshop is aimed to disseminate the knowledge and expertise about using Latex software in preparing your research articles, and a senior consultant from industry is invited to meet the goal of the workshop. This workshop will be useful to all the researchers, faculty members from all the disciplines of UG and PG colleges. Finally, I welcome all the participants to this workshop and happy learning. Thank you.
Sir, thank you, sir, for your valuable words. Now I request our beloved principal, Dr. A. Ramesh, Principal, Aditya College of Engineering, to address online gathering. Sir, we welcome you, sir.
Good morning, all of you, and
Good morning.
respected dignitaries, respected HOD, Dr. Subbarao Garu, coordinator for this particular event, Dr. Prasad Garu and Rahul Bharati. Today's chief guest, Rajan Garu, resource person Rajan, and all the participants and my dear faculty members. Good morning, all of you. This is Dr. Ramesh, principal of this campus.
Good morning.
First of all, I wish you all, I would like to congratulate the Department of Mechanical Engineering for organizing this today online workshop during this period, and today's workshop on right research article using latex. I'm happy to know that more than 500 students, participants are registered all over the India, but so far we have found only 66. But I thought that maybe in the next couple of minutes, the remaining people may attend for this workshop. Okay. And first of all, I welcome all of you to our college, and this is online workshop, and thank you for registering yourself to this workshop. And coming to the Aditya College of Engineering, we have a group already. Aditya Engineering campus is a huge campus, nearly 180 acres of campus we have. In this, we have 3 engineering colleges, and now the host college name is Aditya College of Engineering. It's a popular and reputed engineering college in the state of Andhra Pradesh, which was established in the year 2008 and impart the quality technical education to the young aspirants. Our college is offering both UG and PG courses, and we have almost all streams in our campus, from civil, mechanical, EEE, CSC, EC, and agriculture engineering is there, petroleum technology and mining is also there. And recently we have initiated the 2 branches. One is artificial intelligence and machine learning and IoT. And in addition to that, we have business management also. Coming to our campus is a pollution-free and green campus, maintained as an excellent learning ambience for all the national and international students. Already our coordinator Prasad told that we have student diversity from various states of India and international students also. We have the students from 12 different countries and African countries, Nepal, Bangladesh, and African countries. We have almost 300 students are there at present in the campus. And this is regarding our college. And coming to this latex workshop, regarding this workshop, latex is a high quality type setting system. It includes features designed for the production of technical and scientific documentation. Latex is the de facto standards for the communication and the publication of scientific documents, and it is available as a free software. So, my dear all participants, please utilize this opportunity maximum and update yourself. And especially I thank resource person Rajan Garu for accepting our invitation to deliver your valuable lecture to our faculty or all the participants. Okay, and wish you good luck all my dear faculty members and all the participants. Utilize this opportunity maximum. Thank you very much. Okay, and finally, I appreciate the mechanical department is initiating this 2-day workshop in our campus. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable words. And now it is the turn that the director Garu and the principal Garu is not there. Sir, now I request our coordinator to introduce the chief guest, Dr. Rajarajan, to online gathering. Dr. Bharati, please introduce Dr. Rajarajan, please.
Please on your mic, Rahul Bharati.
Now we can start.
Okay.
Good morning, everyone. Dr. Rajarajan is working as a senior consultant in Intel team at Capgemini Engineering, India. At Capgemini Engineering, he is responsible to develop physical layer algorithms for 5G NR technologies. He is responsible system architecture, define and develop algorithms, performing system level simulations, analyze and improving performance and mapping algorithms to Plextron based stack implementation. Also, he worked in physical layer algorithms for 4G wireless technology system. He also worked as a senior assistant professor in electronics and communication engineering department of Madanapalli Institute of Technology and Science. Rajarajan has developed various technologies in communication systems and signal processing domain. So he has obtained PhD degree from IIT Kharagpur in the year of 2018. He has various publications in reputed journals such as IET Communications, Wireless Personal Communications. He is currently and future works directs but not limited to coding techniques, OFDMA, massive MIMO systems, and 4G and 5G technologies. He is also an associate editor to International Journal of Performability Engineering. I welcome Dr. Rajarajan to perform them. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Rahul Bharati. I welcome you, sir, Dr. Rajarajan, sir. I request you to address online gathering. And after this inaugural session, technical session will be there. Sir, please.
Yeah. First of all, thanks for Aditya College of Engineering for providing me this wonderful opportunity to present this workshop to audience from all over India. So yeah, so I especially thanks Dr. Bharati for contacting me personally in order to fix this workshop and organize in a better way. Yeah, thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. I request Dr. Bharati to present vote of thanks.
We thank all the participants, along with our beloved director, sir, beloved principal, sir, deans, and head of the departments from various departments, professors and faculty members and staffs, and entire team of online platform. Also, I want to thank the resource person and chief guest, Dr. Rajarajan, for sparing his valuable time with us. Also, I want to thank the participants. So we got very overwhelming response from all over the India. So I want to thank you all especially. Thank you. Now we will proceed to technical session. I'm handing over the session to Dr. Rajarajan. Thank you.
So thank you, sir, principal, sir, dean, sir, HODs, everybody, and chief guest, Dr. Rajarajan. Thank you so much, sir, for gracing the occasion, inaugural session. Thank you so much. We will take just 1 minute break and we'll start the technical session, sir. Sir, thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I believe I am audible to everybody. So thank you for participating in this introduction to LaTeX session. So I myself Raj Rajan. So here in this session we will see uh, briefly on my understanding on the LaTeX system. So this LaTeX is a typesetting software. So which is used to generate high quality typesetting document. Like it can be either scientific or any professional document. So the objective is the main objective is the creator has to uh, focus mainly on the content the creator need not worry about uh, the typesetting or how the document looks, like those things the creator need not worry. So that is the main reason why this latex has been developed. uh, yeah, so we will get to know more things when I go through this ppt. So so the title would be yeah, introduction to latex here. So moving to the first slide. So we have uh, like uh, at the first point, what we see is the latex, what it is made up of. So it is essentially markup language, hypertext markup language or XML or RTF. So it is LaTeX is also a kind of this markup language. So HTML we are all aware, like HTML is used to develop web pages mostly. So that's what main purpose. So there also if you see using HTML we would see the interface a user would see. So similarly here in LaTeX as well, with the contents. So we will write a document and we'll create a document in such a way that it looks beautiful and readable to uh, bigger audience. Yeah. So the LaTeX system has files. So those files are generally in text format. So it is an extension to text system. So it is initially written by Donald Knuth in 70s. I mean, in 1970s, it was written. It was first written, I mean. So he is the one who created this text system. So if you see the literature of this LaTeX, we will get to know about this. But after this invention or discovery, there are many things had been added to this LaTeX system as well, in terms of templates, in terms of styles. So in terms of making the user interface much easy. So in those aspects, the system has improved over the span of time. Yeah. Anyway, those things are I've not put in the presentation. The reason being the presentation has been created with an objective that it has to cover the technical aspects of LaTeX. So rather than saying its evolution, we can put it in that way. So yeah, so that is about the introduction to LaTeX. So moving to the next slide. Yeah. So yeah, LaTeX is generally pronounced as LaTeX or LaTeX. So it is not appropriate to pronounce it as LaTeX. Yeah, the reason being yeah, you all or we may work with some international colleagues, and when we use a term like LaTeX or LaTeX, then the international people also would easily understand. like if you use like latex, then it would create unnecessary confusion. But yeah, if you speak among like Indians, or if you work along with Indians, then no, I believe like there is no issue in calling it latex. Yeah, the reason being like we all share same kind of like pronunciation, so like we all would able to understand. So yeah, so that is the purpose. Like the reason for the first line is like when you work with like international people, so it is better to be called as LaTeX or LaTeX. Okay. So LaTeX is a document preparation system for high quality typesetting software. So LaTeX is most often used to produce technical or scientific documents, but it can be used for almost any form of publishing. It can be books, or like it can be articles, news articles. So in those aspects also, like LaTeX can be used. Yeah, this is what like I told like at the very beginning of the presentation. So like it is often used to produce yeah, high quality technical or scientific documents. So yeah, so moving to yeah, next slide. So these are the general reasons like what I see like to use LaTeX. So yeah, so moving to the slide, like it is designed by academics and easily accommodates like academic use, and it is it has professionally crafted predefined layouts, make a document really looks as if printed. Yeah, so this is what like LaTeX like given more importance. Uh, yeah, so the kind of the document like what we produce out of this LaTeX system, it is of very high quality, and it looks like professionally crafted predefined layouts. And also, like another important aspect is that LaTeX, like using LaTeX, like we can easily manage mathematical symbols or equations to integrate in the document like easily. Rather, like if you see like other interfaces, like maybe like Microsoft Word or something, like there, like when we write some equation, like it would take yeah, good amount of time to write any complex equation like in that system. The reason being that like we have to be cautious in choosing the mathematical symbols like to appropriately place in the mathematical equations. And yeah, the when we go for like fractions, or when we go for I mean equations involving braces, like it is like what I know is like is much complicated than LaTeX. So that is one of the main reason like why we must use LaTeX. So that's one of the reason I see. So coming to the next point, even complex structures such as footnotes, references, table of contents, and the bibliographies can be generated easily. Uh, yeah, so always these footnotes, like generally, like we see, it's one of the kind of complex structure when we go for again like interfaces like Word or something. Yeah, the reason being like whenever we add a footnote, like it is quite difficult for a user or a creator like to manage the typesetting of the document. It's like it's like very complex. So that is another reason like why we have to use LaTeX. And even the table of contents creation, like in LaTeX, is like is much easy. Uh, we just have to like while creating this LaTeX document, like whenever we create a table, or whenever we create figures, or whenever we create, I mean, headings or subheadings or subsubheadings, we will give label. So that those it uses the LaTeX system uses those labels, and it would produce the table of contents like in much easy way. So that is maybe like correct way of putting, I believe. So coming to next point, yeah. So this what like we are. I told like at the very beginning as well. So it forces author to focus on logics instead of aesthetic structure of the document. Yeah. So whenever we write some article, so the user, uh, I mean the creator can definitely use the much appropriate words like to put in the document. So considering the aesthetics, the creator need not uh, bother. I mean, like if you use the word, the aesthetics would be bothered. Like so, those botheration like need not be there. So here, like we would give the words and we will give the ideas to the LaTeX system, and the LaTeX system would, based on our ideas and based on our content, it would automatically provide a beautiful typesetted document. So, and next reason is like it creates more beautiful documents. The last point, but the not least one, which is like it is portable, compatible, flexible, versatile, and cheap. So these are the reasons like why we must use latex. So yeah, so whenever we use a system, so it is much important to know about the mechanisms of the system. So the reason being like whenever we know the mechanism, only then like the operator or user or the creator like can work really well along the system. Yeah, can work along with the system and to provide like the contents that is most appropriate. So here, if you look at the mechanisms of texting, um, so here it takes like inputs from the user in .tex format, and like the bibliographic contents like would be from .bbl files. Um, so the working files like some other auxiliary files or IDX file. So those are also like maybe required like based on the templates what we use or based on the contents what we create or based on style like what we try to create. So based on that like we will have uh, the this working files as well. And like some of the working files like would be generated like during the compilation of this .tx document as well. So those are it will generate. I mean, it would generate so that it will be used by this LaTeX system. And so document classes like would be in .cls file formats, and packages would be in .sty style format. So here in the document classes, so which is like a .cls format. So here, which means like maybe in high level we can say like uh, A4 paper or letter document or article. So those things like would come in document classes. Yeah. So in document classes like again. Uh, say for example, like we have many international journals as well, so they also have different class files. So those class files would generally be created based on how the article should look, or like what is the size of the paper they use. So based on that, like this class files like would be created. And this packages which is in .sty file format. So here uh, uh, like the equations, okay. um, so if I speak in other words like in word, like we may use this Times New Roman format or Arial format. So likewise this packages also like would have different styles. So like based on this style, the equation, I mean, the fonts used in the equations like can be in different format, or the tables can be in different format. So that is the reason like why this .stui files are generally used. So this LaTeX system, like whenever we compile, it produces intermediate file which is .dvi file. So this .dvi file can directly be printed, or it can be directly projected onto screen, or from this like it can create a PostScript file, or like from this .dvl file we generally create like PDF file. So yeah, so these are the things like what we see in this mechanisms of texting. And yeah, so this picture also like you will able to find in this website given below. So moving forward, so first like we are starting with the installation of LaTeX. So here I had given like two softwares like to be used in Windows. So MikTeX and TechMaker. So I had given these two softwares here. The reason being like I generally use these softwares, so that is the reason like I had given here. So, but apart from that, like there are various other softwares as well, like which we can readily update from internet. So coming to MikTeX, this MikTeX is a typesetting system for Windows, and it can be downloaded free of cost from www.miktex.org. So it is generally recommended to install MikTeX first. Okay. So because this acts as a compiler, so that is the reason like generally like we have to install this MikTeX first, and then for interface like I generally use this TechMaker. So TechMaker is a text editor. It creates a source file .tex files, and it can be downloaded from https colon //tug.org /techworks/. So here in this website, like you will able to find, or you will able to download this TechMaker. So apart from the softwares like we had seen in the last slide, like there are other editors as well, like Windshell, like which you can find in http colon / www.windshell.de. So here in this web page, like you can find this software. So another one is like scientific workplace. So this one like I got this names like while browsing internet. So I thought like I must project it to you as well, so that like it would be helpful like for you, for you to choose like appropriate the software for your experience. So yeah. So for Mac, so for those people who uses Mac, so we can find Tech Shop. So it can be downloaded for free of cost, like from http colon / www.uoregon.edu tilde /tech shop. So it includes this software. I believe like it includes everything. So I have not used this software. So I just like what I had seen like in web pages. So that's what like I'm projecting here. So I believe like the contents like whatever I project to my understanding are correct to some extent. So you people also like can check this as well. So moving to next slide. So yeah, so now we are going to see how a document can be created using LaTeX software. So in the previous slides, we had seen about like introduction to LaTeX and in a big aspect, and then like we had seen like the softwares involved in LaTeX. I mean LaTeX system as well. So those things like we had seen. So here, so from now on, like we will see like how to actually create a high quality typesetting software. That is what like we will see from this slide onwards. So that is how like I created the presentation. So yeah. So the format of a document is pretty simple. So we have like preamble, and then we have front matter, then the contents like which is like body, and the back matter. So these are the four things like it is mandatory to put in this LaTeX system, so that like the LaTeX system like would generate yeah uh, a typesetting document like what we require. So coming to this preamble, so in this preamble, like we generally define like what kind of document class like we use and what kind of packages we use like for that particular document or article. So coming to this document class, I already mentioned there are like various document classes like letter, article, A4 paper. So those things like can be used. And also coming to packages, like there are like different tables. I mean, like we can have tables in different styles. We can have lists in different styles. We can have equations in different styles. So in order to use those contents appropriately in our text document, it is mandatory like include these packages as well. Yeah, so that like the text system would know. So it has to use these packages like to compile the code like whatever we give, and it would know to provide uh, uh, the typesetting document like what we need or what we require. So coming to this front matter, so here like generally like coming to this LaTeX, like it consists of mostly consists of title or author. So title like nothing but the title of the document or article like what we create. So the author generally name of the authors involved in I mean the scientific creation as well as yeah. So those things like we can include in the front matter. So in the body, I mean like there are only like actual contents like we would be projecting. Uh, uh, so here, yeah. So the things like abstract of the article or introduction of the article or the conclusion, like anything like would come like within the contents or within the body. So in the back matter, generally like we will have a bibliography. So again, like when it comes to like bibliography, there are like again two styles like we can generally use in LaTeX. So for one style is like we can handwrite this bibliography, or we can use appropriate codes as well, like to create this bibliography content. So we will get to know like when we move forward in this presentation. So these are the things like would come in the back matter. So coming to this preamble, I mean like in the last slide we had seen like four different categories. So like here we are starting with this preamble. So in this preamble, like as I mentioned, like we will have this document class uh, like to be defined. So like so document class like it has to be given like this, like I mean slash document class. So within square braces options, then within curly braces, this I mean flower braces, this class would be given. So when it comes to like options, like we have A4 paper, 11 point, 12 point, 10 point, two column, landscape. So these are all the many options like we can give within this square braces. And when it comes to like class, like article, report book, or yeah, those things like we can generally give in the class here within this flower base. So this backslash at the beginning of the text markup command. So this is like mandatory, like for a LaTeX system to understand. So coming to packages, so this one also I mentioned like earlier, like this there are like numerous packages available. So like generally like we use slash use package within flower basis package name we will give. So this package name, like if you want to insert like figures in the document, like generally like we use EPS figure package. I mean EPS FAG package. Or like when we try to use some header and footer, we have to use this package like fancy HDR. Again, like the whatever the package names, what I had given here. So like these are the things like what I generally use. There are like other packages as well. Like you will get to know like when you browse internet. So each of those packages like would you have to use in such a way that it satisfies your requirement. So moving to next slide. So coming to this front matter. So first we have seen the preamble. So in the front matter, what we will see, we will begin the document. So we have to begin the document by giving uh, slash begin within flower basis document. Then the title, like slash title within curly braces, we have to type the title of the article or document. So here I not given like anything, like here it is blank. So here maybe I could have given like introduction to LaTeX. So maybe that one like we can make. But generally like it tells the title of the article or book or document you create. And the author names like would be given in slash author within flower basis. So yeah, our appropriate names would go in there. So moving to slash make title. So only when we give this command like slash make title, only then the LaTeX knows like we already defined title. So it has to use the title whatever is defined. So it will take out like what is given in the for basis and like put it at the appropriate place of the put it at the appropriate place in the outcoming document. So that is what this make title like would do. So next is like slash begin abstract and slash end abstract. So just this abstract like would generally comes in scientific documents. So that is the reason like I had given like abstract here. So then comes like necessarily like we can give page break or we need not give like yeah. So it depends. I mean like this page break like whatever we give here it is like hard coding like I need a page break here. So that is the reason I'm giving this page break command. So the LaTeX has to give a page break. But if you don't give this page break, the LaTeX system it may either give page break or it may not give page break. It it depends on the quality. I mean, yeah. So that kind of I mean that kind of understanding the LaTeX system like would can make. Yeah. So moving to next slide. So in the body, like we will have generally like section. So so whenever we give slash section, and within this for base, we generally write. I mean the section heading. I mean the introduction can be written. I mean like introduction can be written here. So it would generate a section like one introduction. So likewise it will give. Similarly, in the section itself, like we can create like subsection, like which is 1.1, subsection which is 1.1.1, subsection. So which is like 1.1.1.1. Yeah, kind of. So until this like we can use. So that is what I know actually. Yeah, these things I've used, so that is the reason like projected here. So yeah, maybe the system, I mean the Latex system like would have evolved. So yeah, like it can have like minimal subsection as well. So for those things, like we can readily use internet like to get to know the things. Yeah. So next point, LaTeX does automatic numbering. Uh, so if we don't want any automatic numbering, then we can use this the section in this format. I mean the slash is mandatory, like which I have not given yet. So slash section star. So here in this format, like if you give like and if you write introduction within, like it would create a section titled introduction, but like there won't be any preamble like one or a any preamble like won't be there. So that is the reason like why we use this star in this command. Sorry. Can you see my screen? One moment. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So okay, we are here. Okay. So this slash emph or slash text bf, like this is generally used to bold the font. Yeah, I mean like if we remember, like in Word, like we have this bold button, like which like highlights a particular phrase of words. So like so similarly, like in LaTeX as well, like we can highlight a particular words by bolding it. So we can use EMPH or text BF. So EMPH, I guess, yeah, true. Yeah, it is for bolding. Yeah, okay. Yeah, because yeah, I thought like italicizing. For italicizing, we have another command, italicize, I think. So that one like would be used to italicize, I think. Yeah. So this one, like single spacing or double spacing or one-off spacing. This is again is like hard coding. Whenever we want to introduce a single space after a phrase of words, or we want double spacing after a phrase of words, so we can readily use this command, so that like we can hard code. We can tell LaTeX, I want double spacing at that place. Likewise, we can tell LaTeX. Yeah. Yeah. So coming to this alignment, I mean like generally like here in this slide, like what I had given is like center alignment. That is what I had given here. So to center a group of words, like centering, this command can be used, or like slash begin centering, or and like along with that, like we have to use, like if you use begin centering, then we must have to use end centering, like for that group of words to be center aligned. Yeah. So going to this, what we had seen the body, the contents like to be there in the body of the document. So going to this footnotes, quotations or equations. So footnotes, I mean, like would generally be added using this command slash footnote. So like whatever you give, whatever the content you give within this curly brace, like would be added in the footnote of the article. I mean at the particular page. So quotation also, like you can use this like begin quote and end quote. So the reason being, like if you use this kind of command, like we are using the style, like what is defined for particular package. So that way I can say, or you can use like this way as well, like whatever I had given, like in third point. Yeah. So yeah, going to this mathematical equation. So math equations are always in between dollar symbols. So alternatively, like begin equation and end equation. So this command also we can use. So this dollar, so this is the equation like 1 plus 4 equals to 5. So this equation, this would come in line generally. What I mean is like if you use single dollar here and the single dollar at the end, so this equation like would appear at the inline of the phrases or like inline of the words, inline in the words. So if I use double a dollar at the start and double dollar at the end, so then we can have this equation at the middle of the document, just at the place like we want. So within the equation, like the fractions can be given in this form. So slash frac. So here two floor braces are given. So in the first floor brace, whatever like has to be in the numerator would be given, and then the second floor brace, whatever comes in the denominator will be given. And yeah, this creates the square root symbol. So this symbol we all know, right? Like this. So this square root symbol would be created, and whatever the contents like what we give, or whatever the mathematical symbols like we give within this flower brace, would appear within the square root symbol what we create. And this one creates a summation. So here underscore k equals to 1, which means that I mean starting of the summation, and this arrow and this n which depicts summation starts from k equal to 1 up to n. So that kind of thing we have to create based on this code. Yeah. Yeah, so this one we can use generally to have the power power of 2 or 3 like this like we can create. And this one like generally like suffix yeah, we can create using this underscore within for this. So yeah, Greek letters. Yeah. So here the Greek alphabet, like the alpha is the first one. So like if you want small alpha, slash alpha, or if you want a big alpha, like we can use A. I mean big A at the start. So this would create a big alpha. So similarly, like slash beta, slash gamma. So like this, we can use Greek letters in a much easy way in this text system. Some of the tech maker, I mean, like some of the interfaces, like we have click and type functions as well. So that also like we can use based on the convenience. So I would rather say to use go by the command, or in the interface, like we can see click and type functions. By clicking that, this codes would automatically appear on the content like what we create. So going to citations. So here in citations, so yeah, we can use two kinds of citation with year, or citation like what style file we have introduced. Yeah, it is based on that actually. Yeah. So cite. So this like kind of label like we create for each bibliography item. So if you put appropriate label, the corresponding bib item like is called. We will get to know like more on this like when we move forward. I'm just putting here like for the sake of like understanding. So if you move forward with this understanding, then like it would make things clearer to us. So that is the reason like why I had given these things here. Yeah. Yeah, so the second point, it is more convenient to create a bibliographic file called bibtex file, which is .bib, and use it as needed. So TechWorks is capable of creating a bib file, but there are more convenient tools out there. Yeah. So, and you can use this like this web page for your reference as well. Like it would give like bibliography styles. Yeah, so those things like you can see in this web page. Yeah, so moving forward, like so in the back matter, like I mean, okay, the citations like whatever I had given here in this slide, I mean like would be within the contents of the document. The reason being like whenever we write introduction, like with there, like we want to cite some authors, like so by using this command like cite, like we can readily quote that author. So which means the citations are also like would come within the contents of the documents. So yeah, so that's what I want to tell. So moving to this back matter. So here in this back matter, we have this bibliography file name. So make sure that the bibtex file is saved in the same location where the main text file is saved. So that this appropriate action like we have to see. So only then like this Latex system would know. I mean would pick that appropriate bibtex file like whatever we saved in that location. And at the end, like we must add this end document. So again, like it has to be /end document. Yeah. So moving forward. Yeah. So previously, like what we had seen, just previously, like what we had seen like what are all the items there within the LaTeX document. So there, like at the first, like we had seen the preamble, then the content of the document, uh, uh, then the bibliography, I mean the back matter. So those things like we had seen like just previously. So moving forward, like what we have, like we will see, I mean like how to use different formats or how to use lists or how to use tables, those things like we will see here. So yeah, so coming to this format, so yeah, so as I mentioned, so slash section, so which means like it would create one dot. So if so here I should have given LaTeX is great. So then like I will have this outcome. So one dot LaTeX is great. So I mean subsection. So here I would have written why LaTeX is great. So then like I will have the outcome 1.1 why LaTeX is great. And subsection. So here within this I would have written reason one. So there is a reason like why we have 1.1.1 reason one. And yeah, so we can have this appendix as well. So this when we use this appendix, like it would change a numbering scheme. Yeah, and we can use this chapter as well. Like when we write a book or report document class, like we can use this chapter command as well. So again, like chapter introduction, like it would create a chapter like introduction. Yeah, named introduction. So that is what this command will do. And for titles, authors, and footnotes, yeah, for title like we use this command. So we are seeing this as well. And for author, this command, and for footnote, this command like we will use. So these things like would generally come in the format of the LaTeX document. Yeah. So yeah, so these things are as well. So here, so as I mentioned, only when we give this make title, or only when we give this command make title, only then the LaTeX document would know the title is already defined, and it would create the title for the document, like what we create. And for table of contents creation, I already mentioned like creation of this table of contents is much easy in LaTeX document. So we just have to use this single command. So / table of contents. So this will generate table of content. Yeah. So list of tables. This one using this command we can generate. Again, like it's much easy one rather than like if you go for Word or something like um, in order to create a list of tables, like we have to go through the entire document and we have to copy the title, or maybe there are many methodologies. I'm just describing one method. So comparing with those methods, like I believe this using this single command, like it can create the list of tables, like whatever we defined within the LaTeX document. Yeah. So list of figures. So that also would be generated based on this command, list of figures. Yeah, actually this list of tables or list of figures or table of contents is generally easy, like in LaTeX. The reason being say for instance, whenever we write a table, like we would generally give the title of the table. So the title of the table like would be utilized by this LaTeX system in order to generate the list of tables. Similarly, like figures for figures as well. Generally, like whenever we give some figure within the document, like we generally write the name title of the figure. So the title of the figure like would be generally used to put I mean this list of figures. Yeah. So that thing yeah, is for sure. Yeah. So these are labels. I mean labels, like we can create like / label marker, or for page reference we can create page ref marker or reference marker. So these are also different kinds of labels like we can generally use in LaTeX. Actually, this kind of labels like we generally use like in order to cite. Uh, uh, for example, say for instance, I am creating a table one. Okay, table one which has some contents. Okay, so table one, the title of the table is some contents. Okay, so so next to the table, I mean next to the table creation. So there I will write a label for the table. So / label tab1, say for instance. Okay. So that / label tab1, which means like I created label for the table. Okay. So now, so in the text, I have to refer the table. So in the text, like what I will do, as referred in /cite tab1. So if I just give /cite tab1, then in that appropriate place, table one would come. I mean, the table number would come. Yeah. So that way, like it is very easy, like for a creator to write a system. Yeah, maybe like yeah. So maybe I just have projected my understanding. Maybe like I have to. I mean, elaborate much more as well. So, like, I will elaborate like in future slides. So need not worry about it. So coming to this itemization, so in itemization also, like we can have like I mean we can use enumeration, or we just have to create a bulleted list. So in order to create a bulleted list, like we generally use this itemize command. In order to have the numbered list, like we generally use this enumerate command. Yeah, we will see this as well. Yeah. Okay. So So what we are seeing is like a format. So now like we will see like how to create a table in the document. So to create a table, so we must begin with so add sorry, we must begin with slash begin table. If we give slash begin table, again like it would create a numbered table. So I mean within this brace we must give, okay, not within this brace, like there is like, okay, okay, we'll see uh, like in future. Okay, so slash begin table. So next like caption of the table like is given using this command. So next like we'll create a table. So so it can be created by using this command. So begin tabular. So within the square brace POS, and within the floor brace we will have tablespoon. So this square brace, like this POS, is not mandatory. It's like generally like in general, like this latex would assume uh, HT. So I mean H means like place here, T means on top of this page or next page. So that is the command. So we can generally use like HTB. So B means like bottom of this page or bottom of next page. So those things like would come within this square brace. And of course, yeah, it is not mandatory like uh, uh, put it here, but rather like we want to hard code, then like we can readily put it here. And within the table spec only, like we generally define like the number of columns of the table. So yeah, that's what is given in this point as well. So within the table spec section, one detail, the number of the columns, the alignment, and the number of vertical lines of the table. So those things like would generally be given within this table spec. So here, like if you see, uh, so say for instance, here I'd given two examples here. So within floor base LRC, so which means the table is created with three columns. First column is left aligned, second column is right aligned, and third column is center aligned. And there are no vertical lines. Okay, there are no vertical lines because to create the vertical lines also, like we must have to define within this floor brace. So if I use this command, okay, so rather than this one, if I use this one, I mean this one. So here I had given slant L, slant R, slant C. So here again, like the first column is left aligned, second column is right aligned, and the third column is center aligned. And yeah, so the first column like would have the left line as well as the right line. The second column, it also has a left line as well as the right line. Whereas the third column, it only has a left line, whereas it doesn't have right vertical line. So that is what this command says. So that's what, like we can create the table in the style we want. Uh, so then type in like from left to right the values of each cell with ampersand in between. Yeah, so this ampersand generally defines like you're writing for which column. We will see that as well, like in next coming slides. So like yeah, if you put like double slash, so which means like it represents the end of that row. So we have to put end of each row. So that is what is given here. And generally like we will like when we have table, we will have this horizontal lines as well. So those horizontal lines is created using slash h line. Yeah, so here in LaTeX, maybe this table creation like is a bit complex one. Maybe we can say that, but like the kind of table like whatever comes as outcome, like that's like that looks professional. So that is the main advantage what we have here. Yeah. So the columns. So as I mentioned, using this command like slash begin tabular and slash end tabular. So this represents like number of columns. So we already seen this. L is automatically adjusted size left justify, and R means automatically adjusted size right justify. And we can also mention like the size like of the font, like we can set size like as this. And C, when we use C, we just center text. And yeah, so this ampersand is used to split text into columns. And this double slash defines end of arrow, and this draws a horizontal line. So that one I told previously. Yeah. So these are some examples like at the bottom I have given. Yeah. So now one of the objective like what we have is to create a 4 by 3 table. So which means like it would have 4 rows and 3 columns. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm beginning the table. So slash begin table. So here I had given like position as well. So H means place it here. So that's what I'm telling LaTeX. You have to place it here. So that's what I told. Yeah. So which means I'm hard coding. Yeah. In other words. So next is like the caption, like I would give for the table. So slash caption within the floor brace summary of conclusions from diagnostic tests. Next is like slash tabular, like we defined like okay, I think for 3 columns it is created. Yeah, 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, 3 columns. And we will have like so after the heading, okay, after the heading, we will have 3 columns created, and after that I mean those columns we will start with, I mean after the definition of the 3 columns we will start with we'll start the table with 2 horizontal lines, so H line, H line. So I have to define like what should be there at the title of the table, I mean like the first row of the table. So first row of the table, so the first column like would have macro partisanship, and in the second column we will have consumer sentiment, and in the third column we will have presidential approval. So then like after this command, so this line, I mean this row we are ending, we are ending this row. Next like we are having one horizontal line. Yeah. So again, so the next row, so in the next row in the first column we'll have this content joint f test, and in the second column we'll have this equation d equal to 1. Okay. Okay. Yeah, okay. So here actually like yeah, actually 4 columns it is. Yeah. So I just made a mistake. Okay. Oh, we will see actually like here I just given an example, like I did not execute this code. I just have typed like without execution. So I just wanted to project understanding how to create the table. So that is the reason why I had given. We will see like elaborately like in practical sessions as well. Okay. So this again another equation, and this again another equation, which comes in respective columns. And in the next row we are test, and we will have this equation. Yeah, and this equation and this equation. So I mean here the important thing like what we notice here in this table is like this ampersand, so with like the columns respectively, and then we will have this horizontal line. Next we will end this tabla. We are already begun. Okay, so this must be ended so that to avoid confusion. Yeah, so LaTeX also like while compiling it will also try to search like where is the end tabular given. So until so from here to here it will consider this tabular, and this end table also has to be given. So this is how like generally to create a table in LaTeX. Yeah. So here another example. So here the outcome is also has been given. So begin tabular. So 3 columns again. So first column is like left aligned, right. Second column is like right aligned. Third one is like center aligned. So in the first row we will have date in the first column, price in the second column, size in the third column. And in the next row, we will have yesterday 5 and big. Yeah. And in the next row, we will have today in the first column, 3 in the second column, and small in the third column. And each of these rows are terminated, like if you see with double slash, and also like one horizontal line. So generally, like if you want horizontal line, we can give, else like it is not required. Again, like it is based on our need. So here, based on this, like the outcome is presented here. So here, if you see, the first column is like left aligned, the second column is right aligned, and the third column is center aligned. Yeah. So each things, I mean, the contents of each cell is like provided here appropriately. So yeah. So so far, like what we have seen, like previously, like we have seen the tables, like how it is created, how the tables are created. Next, what we are seeing, what we are seeing is lists. So here in lists, again, like there are like different kind of lists we have. So it can be like enumerative, or it can be like bulleted list. So here, like I'd given like a bulleted list. So here source begin item is, again I'm telling the latex to begin a list, and I'm giving item apple, and the next item is item orange, and the third one, and in the fourth line, like I'd given end item is. So here in this list, I had given like 2 items. One item is apple, and second item is orange. Okay. So yeah, so that's what we see in the result as well. The first item is apple, and the second item is orange. Yeah. So yeah, so it is important. Like whenever we are beginning some function, we must have to end that as well. So it avoids generating errors, like while compiling LaTeX document. So here, like we have seen this bulleted list. So moving forward, like enumerate instead of itemize gives a numbered list. So and another important point is like lists can be recursive as well. So yeah, and the first point tells like we can go for a enumerated list as well, like rather than the bulleted list. So which we had seen in the previous slide. And the second point, it can be recursive. I mean, like recursive in the sense like I'm nesting. Yeah, kind. We will see that. Yeah. So. Okay. So previously, like we had seen, like the creation of table and the list, like so it generally starts with begin table or begin list itemize. So those commands we generally use. So this is the environment will be. So we have to give something between begin and as well as end. Uh, and this BF. So this means like this also like earlier, like we had seen like 2 commands, like to bold, like slash emph and slash bold, I think. Yeah. So this one also, this command also can be used to bold the text, and it can be recursive. Yeah. Yeah, and again, like while creating this contents, like we can group certain words so that the reason for grouping is like we can put some effects on grouping. Yeah, maybe like I think I will stop here with this environment. Like I think it's already time. So we'll stop here. We'll continue from this environment like in the next coming sessions. Yeah, yeah, I believe like that would be appropriate. Yeah,
So thank you. Thank you, Mr. Thank you, Mr. Dr. Rajarajan. Am I audible?
yes.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, Dr. Rajarajan, for your presentation about latex. Thank you so much. And all the participants, and we can break for lunch. Now we can come back by 2 o'clock in the afternoon. In the afternoon session, we are going to discuss about how to download the files, the software files, and how to install those latex files, etc. This session will be there 2 to 3 in the afternoon. So I request all the participants to join back again at 2 o'clock. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Speak to Rangarajan.